Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist and welcome. And this is Rogue. Say hi, Rogue. Say hi. You don't want to? No? Okay. There you go. I'll get you down. I keep adjusting the camera height, trying to get the right one. I don't know, it doesn't feel comfortable for us right now, does it? No. So I have a finish. I have a new start. I have some haul, and a lot of whips. Not a lot, but a lot. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to do one bit of haul right away. I had been eyeing this pattern on Stitching with the Housewives, and I wasn't going to buy it because I have a lot of her patterns, a lot of their patterns, and I haven't started them. I haven't used them, so I didn't want to buy any more until I had worked on the ones that I have, at least started them, you know. But I had been noticing that Priscilla had been looking less robust, let's just say. But I didn't comment, and apparently a lot of people were commenting on it because it's her private business, you know. But I guess so many people were commenting and wondering why she was losing so much weight, and that they came out and said that this couch is bothering me. Came out and said that that she has cancer. And someone suggested that if there was a pattern that you were thinking about, that you were looking at, to go ahead and get it. Just to support them, to give them money coming in, more money if possible, while they're dealing with this. And I don't know that it's the money part of it that made me want to go ahead and buy it. I think for me it's the support of people liking their patterns, wanting them. I could tell that the announcement was very, very hard for her, and Chelsea did all the talking for her, but she has very young grandchildren and a very scary diagnosis, and my dad was 90, but when he was getting sick, and we knew that he was going to pass away soon, he wasn't worried about himself. He was worried that he wouldn't be there to help us. And I think there's a lot of that for her too, because of her very young grandchildren and the business and all of that. So anyway, I went ahead and purchased this that I'd been eyeing. It's called Frosty's Cafe, and I had just thought it was so cute when I first saw it. I love snowmen, and I certainly don't need any more snowmen patterns, but it's a small pattern, and I just bought the black Ada, so I have the fabric, I have all the threads, so I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And yeah, so that's the part of my haul, not all of it. I have a finish, Jingleberry, Erica Michaels. I was working on this one. This fabric looks orange when you look at it, and that's because the sparkle in it is gold. It is red, but it's got a gold sparkle. see if I can get this. There's the sparkle. You can see. So I finished. I finished it, and I'm really pleased. To that end, I bought something. I'll show you in a minute. It's kind of buried at the second. So that's my finish, and I was going to start on this today or tomorrow, but yesterday I was not feeling what I was working on, so I went ahead and started it. So I'm going to give it a little more time, or I may start Frosty's Cafe. We'll see. Let It Snow, again, stitching with the Housewives, again, a snowman. I didn't get a lot of progress on it because I was at church, and then we celebrated my sister Naomi's birthday, and many other things. I had to take a nap because I just did. I've been waking up at I don't know, the crack of dawn and not being able to go back to sleep, and I just get up. And so I just crashed yesterday. But this is my progress so far. I just finished off this white thread. Now I am not using the white that's called for in here. She calls for 12 grain. And I like my snowmen to be white. So I'm using Weeks Dye Works Icicle. It's a very white with blue, light blue running through it, which to me looks like snow. And I'm using it for all of the Stitching with Housewives patterns that I work on. So the reason that I went ahead and started that is because one of the projects I'm supposed to be concentrating on this month is loops and threads. This is a cross stitch kit given to me by my son's girlfriend, and I think the design is beautiful. I was not enjoying this, not at all, and I didn't enjoy it last time I worked on it, and it's really hard to keep plugging away at something if you hate every second of it. So I want to finish it. I want to do it. It's a beautiful. It's called Watercolor Trees. I hunted the name down. I think it's beautiful. But a lot of them are half stitches, which there's not a problem with that. But that means that a lighter thread doesn't get dark enough to really see. So I can't tell where I am. And see this light thread in here? Let me see if I can put something behind it. See this light thread? I'm having enough hard time seeing that, and I discovered that it's in the wrong place, and is that really where it is? Did I do it right? I don't know. The darker threads are not as bad, but I did the dark in here and went to do that because it was next in, beside it. And I just can't see what I'm doing. And this has nothing to do with my eyes. This is Ada, it's 14 count Ada. I can see the holes just fine if I have, all the lights on and everything. No, the problem is the color of the threads. And actually right now, in this light, I can see it. But when I was working on it yesterday, I was like, I'm not enjoying this at all. And I think what I'm going to do is start over. I think I have enough threads. I haven't used that much that I think that it'll be fine if I start over. And I want to start it on something a little, with a little more color rather than white. Maybe a light yellow or a very light blue, as long as it doesn't clash with these blues. My sister was suggesting a dark blue, and I don't think that'd be appropriate for this. This is like trees in a mist. But another thing is, this fabric is so stiff that I'm struggling with it. Anyway, so I'm going to put that down and not work on it. I might pick it up again later this year, later this month, but I will not be working on it on that fabric. I think that that'll solve a lot of the problems. I have plenty of Veda fabric. I have a fabric, it's a bright yellow. I'm not talking about that kind of yellow. I'm talking about a soft, just as soft as the picture. And because it's supposed to blend into the background. And I think I can still achieve that without going with white. Maybe. I hope. So I'm going to audition the threads on it, and I may decide to just keep on with this. I don't know. I'm still struggling looking in the right place. I think the camera is over here, so why am I looking over there? I think I like to look at the red dot, and that's not right. So, seems weird looking up here. Anyway, sorry. I digress. I did a tiny bit more work on OMG tree. I should take this out of the plastic. I'm not even taking it out of the plastic. Work on the pattern. I can see the pattern without taking it out of the plastic. Let's see if I put it over here, if you can see it better. So I finished the branch I was working on and finished that thread. Did another branch, finished the thread. And I said, I'm going to do the red up here and then work on the cat. Then I'll finish this tree. I find the tree more tedious than the rest of it. It's not hard. It's not difficult. I mean, it's not that. It's just, it's a lot of counting. You know how I am with counting. And before I show you my temperature chart, let's talk about this deer, shall we? Tidy Modernist Winter Deer, which I've been working on. And I got the head put in, and I was saying, you know, it's the same symbol for the head as for the antlers. And I had, when we were filming our Three Sisters video, we're like both all going, that doesn't seem right. It's the same symbol. And I looked at it on the paper, and it was a different symbol. So what happened was, when I switched over to my new tablet and I was assigning colors, I gave that symbol the wrong color. I had all of this part of the head stitched in, and I had to frog it all. But I had put the antler color as this color here. So I frogged it, restitch it. I was all happy. Look, he has a head. Oh, well, I don't know why it didn't occur to me that it was the wrong color. I just said, oh, it's supposed to be that color, okay. Okay, now I know the entire country is having strange weather. I know that lots of people's weather is a lot worse than ours, okay? Heat is something we're used to. It's not fun, but we can do it. under the sea temperature chart. And I think that's what I like about these charts, is that you can put, when was that year that we had that, like last year, that long streak of days of above 110. Many above 115 last year. So this year, you know, I'm marking, you know, how it got really hot really fast, and it's staying not too hot. But we did have another 118 day. Look how hot June was. June is generally not that hot. If you look at the picture, that was June last year. I used the colors from last year. It did have some hot days, but it wasn't nearly as bad as this June. So, yeah. So, it's supposed to be cooler right now, but there are fires in northern Arizona, and they are making the air quality not so fun. Now, to my crochet. So, as you know, I've been working on this Kiwi Hug Cat, and I have to work on the kiwi and put some ears on and a tail. I don't know that I'm really happy with the face. It's a little wonky and lopsided, but I'm going to leave it. And let's see if I can show you. Look, it holds my phone. That's what I liked about it, not because I could put coasters there to make a lot of the kiwis and put them there in the middle, but I like the fact that you could use it to hold things. And the instructions didn't really have where exactly you put these feet, which is why I put the face on, so I could try to get it. They didn't have where you put the feet, but like I don't know. But I'm going to live it because it's the first try. I may make it again, make the bear, make the pig. We'll see. So there's that. And I worked some more on this water bottle holder. And it is, I'm trying to unroll this from the, I had the top lip on here, but I didn't count it right. You put it on, you put a row of chains, and then you half double crochet across all of that, and I got the count wrong somehow. And it's not supposed to fit this size of cup, but mine does, because I made a counting error somewhere when I was in the first row of this stuff. So this part up here is bigger than it should be, and ask me if I care. I'm just, I kind of, this is supposed to be the size for like this, and I could certainly carry that in there and it would be fine. Or water bottle, So I think I'm going to make the handle long enough for crossbody. Handle. Strap. Long enough for crossbody. Just in case I want to do that. And I worked a little bit on my sock. It looks like a little cup now, but it doesn't look appreciably different, so I'm not going to show you. So Etsy keeps showing me pictures of, oh look, you like this, you might like that. And normally I can ignore it, but lately, I don't know, I'm having trouble ignoring it. And they showed me this. This is by My Fingers Fly. It's not big. It looks like it would be big, but it's not big. Pardon the noise, but I had too much lumpy stuff. So this is as big as it's going to be, and it goes up. Theoretically, you can put your glasses on it. My bed that I'm sleeping in right now is so much higher than my nightstand that I have trouble finding things when I'm just not like where to put my glasses or my phone without looking at it. And so that's kind of what I was like, well, maybe I could use this. Probably not. But I loved you by Google Eyes. So we're supposed to make it an ombre, and I chose this green. And I chose a color for the solid parts, but I'll show you that when I get that far. I don't know how long it'll take me to get that far, because I'm working on, I bought this. This is sugar and cream ecru. I thought I was buying white, but maybe it could have been that ecru was cheaper. I was having, it's like, oh, you want blue? Pay $10 more. They should all be the same color. I mean, same price. But I got it off of Amazon, so that's what I get. But it called for this, so I don't know if it's going to take the whole thing. I'm hoping not, because I might want to make two. And what am I talking about? I am talking about a toilet paper holder. This is by Carol Haldick Designs. The one I first saw was like a wooden one, which is very cute and all, but I'd rather just make it myself. And it calls for pieces of plastic canvas to be put inside to make it stiff. And she says, it'll work without it. But because these are stiff, they're on the stiff side. This is the bottom for down here. And you're supposed to make two and sew them together. Not sewing, but you know what I mean. Putting them together. And I'm on the second one. I have the first one. I'm on the second one. And I want to make this because my son doesn't want to put a roll of toilet paper on the toilet or in the room there where he can get it. And I hear, "Mom, help." And I'm like, you're supposed to check before you sit down. But no, he hasn't been. And because I've been doing so much crochet, and honestly, I like crochet. I've always liked it. I love cross stitch. I have so many cross stitch patterns going, and I really want to do it. But with struggling with seeing it, crochet is more fun when my eyes are hurting. So I got myself a set of things so I could give my sister back her hooks that I borrowed, but this didn't come in here. This is a friction pen, which I bought because with a berry, you put the template down, and I use a friction pen and go around the template. Then I cut it. The friction pen shows you where you're supposed to sew. You do it on the back side, of course, but if you just cut it from the template and say, okay, I'm going to cut a seam allowance of it, if you deviate or anything like that, then when you're trying to sew it, it becomes more difficult, right? I have tons of friction pens in storage, so I bought that. And more, do I need this many? No, I do not. But the counters that I was using, they're too heavy, so I wanted something lighter. And lastly, I was working at the Chandler Parks and Rec department when I was teaching the young Rembrandts this summer, and there was a class there, and she had these, and I'm borrowing. Okay, I didn't ask her. I asked at the front desk. She goes, well, I think I could copy them for you, but the patterns are those. I'm just going to show you a corner. Like this, where you have two color. You have to get it in color. This is a very old book, magazine. This is December, January 1990, and I intend to return this, but I'm going to color copy some patterns from here. Not these cars, but these cars are cool, aren't they? No, what I really wanted from here was I like these vintage Santas. Sorry. I'm trying to show you without showing the patterns. Uh-oh, it fell apart. I like these vintage Santas. Don't worry, I have a stapler. I'll staple it back. And I like this one. And the one that I really wanted it for let me see if I can find them. I had them marked before, but of course now. Well, there's the pattern. So, oh dear. Here they are. It's really just a Santa facing one way and also facing the other way. So the pattern is these two. I don't plan to make a runner for a basket, although I have a basket that looks like this. I'm looking at making, a single one. I like this one on the stocking too. Anyway, I thought, you know what? And it comes with, for making the words. I thought, I have a pattern that's similar, okay? But I thought I would copy these patterns and return this magazine. I asked at the front desk, and she's like, I'm sure it would be okay, and I could copy them for you. She uses those, and so when I was asking about it, I was like, do I have to be a Chandler resident to go here? She goes, no, and she gave me a form to fill out for senior citizens, so I'm thinking I'm going to be joining them, and I'll return this and perhaps take her more. She had a whole bunch of leisure arts and all kinds of stuff like that. So Anyway, that's all for today. And I'm going to pick up this mess, put it back in an organized fashion. Anyway, stay safe, stay out of the heat, and I will see you in a week. Bye.